nothing I do does not exist. I'm giving this testimony from United States. December 19, 2024. My daughter, she went from having just a sore throat to being rushed to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, because it kept getting worse, so when we got to the hospital, exactly 10 minutes after getting to the hospital, she stopped breathing. No pulse, nothing. And the doctor started, nurses, like a bunch of people all over her. They started giving her CPR, and I was going crazy. When I said crazy, I mean crazy. And as at that time, I knew nothing about NSPPD. I never even heard about Papa as at that time. I don't know how. So they started giving her CPR. They were on her for like an hour trying to bring her back. Whenever they got a pulse, they would get a pulse, no pulse again. I was praying to God, please. I was trying to make an exchange, telling God, just take my life and bring my baby back. Take my life and bring my baby back. I was going mad because it was looking so bad. Even at the time, some people were discussing to call the time of death because there was no pulse. I mean, she was really gone. And some were discussing like, no. At the time they called me, and I think that was about like an hour after they were doing CPR on her. They called me and then they told me, okay, the only thing they can do right now is to take her to surgery room. So they rushed her to the surgery room, and because we got to the hospital around 4 a.m. in the morning, so they took her to surgery at about 5 after 5. We didn't finish the surgery until like 7 p.m. and we waited and waited. When the surgery was done, so different people, they came up to my husband and I, they kept asking, what happened? Your daughter was so sick, what happened? I can't even explain what happened because the only thing she was complaining about was sore throat, and she was given the medicine and suddenly it just went. So they said she had cardiac arrest during the operation. They said, as of right now, we don't know if her brain is still functioning. And I was like, my God. They took us to where she was. And when I saw my daughter, I was screaming because I was like, how can somebody went from being almost okay to the hospital to this point? She was on life support. And that went on for about 3 days. We were at the hospital. So at the third day, some group of doctors came up to me and they said, well, you know, your daughter is on life support. So I was like, yeah. And they said, she's not looking good. Like, actually, all her organs failed. They didn't take her off the life support because they see she's not brain dead. But they said, now we are going to give her 48 hours. And after 48 hours, if nothing came up because she's not looking good, they said, she's not looking good. And I was crying and shouting. So they left. And on that same day, because I was not even myself, so I think about 12 a.m. I checked my phone. I saw that my brother had sent me a message on WhatsApp, and my brother is a Muslim. I came from a Muslim family, and the message says, my friend said I should send you this link, that what God cannot do does not exist. So I opened the link, then I saw the prayer ended. That was 26th of December. So, and the prayer ended. So I thought there's going to be another one the next day. I was so eager because they gave her 48 hours took her off life support. So I was so eager. And the next day, I joined the prayer. The time was 1 a.m. So I joined the prayer and I prayed like never before. I cried to God. I prayed. After the prayer, I was still with my baby because I cannot even sleep. 10 minutes after the prayer, I was kind of feeling sleepy. So I went to the chair beside the bed and I just lay down right there, and I went into a dream. I saw a man came into the ICU room, and as he walked in, he was wearing a white top, a black pant. It was just like I was watching a movie. He came in as the man came into the room. I sat up on the chair and I was looking at him. He went beside my daughter's bed. He was like assessing my baby, and then he told my baby to sit up. She sat. He said something to her, and then he commanded her to flip back. She slept, and the man went out. So in that dream, I knew something amazing had happened. So I woke up, and then I checked the time. So when I went to sleep, it was just like in between 10 minutes. And I was happy, and I was trying to process the dream, like that face looked kind of familiar, but I don't know where I saw the face. So I was thinking, and then I remember the link my brother sent me. I went to check the link. There was a picture of Papa on the link. So I then went to Google the pastor, the name of the pastor, I googled Pastor Jerry, then I saw another picture. And I was like, that was the same man that came into the hospital room. And I called our brother, I told him what happened. My baby that was not doing fine. All her organs failed us at that time. She was not there. They were doing dialysis on her, so she won't be too swollen. I mean, nothing. Her lungs, her kidney, her liver, her heart is not functioning because she was on ECMO machine. Her heart is not functioning. Her brain, the signal they were seeing, they said it's not good on everything. And so that's the day. So they came in around like 5 a.m. They started doing tests, taking blood, doing all sort of things on her. And at about 10 a.m., some group of people came in. They were smiling from the door because it's been like remember they gave her 48 hours. So and then they came up to me and they said, well, we have a good news. I already knew. So they came in, they were smiling, and they said, well, there's been a change from yesterday to today. They said a liver already picked up on the screen, their monitor. A liver is back to normal. My God, like, because nobody thought she was going to survive. No, nobody. They said her liver is back to normal. They said her kidney, and they said her heart is picking up. They said her brain on the EDG, like the thing they put on the head, like the signal was so, like, what happened? And I said, it's God. I said, it's God. So they went. And that was how my baby, that was given 48 hours, it wasn't even 48 hours. And that was how my baby got off of the ECMO machine and everything that was put on her. And her healing started coming like a speed. I mean, it was because nobody thought she was going to survive. All the nurse and everybody was like, whatever you are doing, keep doing. And since that day, I've been on the fire altar praying. After we got off ICU and everything, then they were trying to, make her sit. Then we noticed she was like a wood. She was, because they keep doing all sort of tests again, like, why was she like so straight? I mean, the first time they sat her down, it was just like they were trying to break her back because she was just straight. Every part of her body was just straight, going the way she was on the bed. And they said, well, they were doing a series of tests, what happened, this and that, and some group of surgeons, different people like neurology, like different kind of people I don't even know. So, but the only thing that come up was, well, this girl was like almost gone. Like, when a person died, they go stiff. That they don't know what happened, but so we started doing that, and I was still on the fire altar praying and praying. And I think it should be around February. We were not in the ICU. They already moved us down to the ward where she's gonna do the recovery, and then we're gonna be sent home. They gave her a wheelchair. They actually thought because she can't move her hands, she cannot hit herself. And my baby, as at that time was 8 years old. She cannot do anything. I have to feed her. She cannot turn on herself. Whenever we turn her, we have to put a weight so she don't roll back. And I know God who did that, who brought her back to life, is going to finish the work. So I keep praying and praying. And on February, I keep asking the doctor, what happened to her? Just give me a name. Because the little time I've been on the fire altar, I need a name, so I can give God a name. And God is going to give the name to his son. And I keep asking them. Some people came in and I asked them, what happened to her? Like, why is she like that? And the only thing they told me, like, I think she had a muscle breakdown all the time she was just on the bed. So she had a muscle breakdown. And the name rhabdomyolysis. So I started praying with that name. And I told my God, rhabdomyolysis, please put this name in the mouth of your son, and I know my baby will be healed, because she cannot be on the wheelchair. She cannot do anything. Her hand was just straight. It cannot be folded. Nothing. Her leg and everything. So I keep praying and praying and praying. And it should be on the 17th, on the 18th. That day I was tired as never before. So when the prayer started, for the first time, I just left my phone on and I slept. I was already sleeping. And in my sleep, I heard somebody shouted in my ear, like they put a speaker in my ear. And the person said, wake up, your daughter's case is being mentioned. And I woke up. But by the time I woke up, the only thing Papa was saying, let it be reversed. And I was like, okay, I need to know what to be reversed. So I put the playback now a little bit, and I heard the person rhabdomyolysis.
Rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis. If you are the one, put it on the live stream. The devil is a liar. Oh, yeah, that was a lot of very fast.
And I shouted. I was not supposed to because I was still at the hospital. The nurse came in. What happened? I was like, no, I'm praying. So they went back out. And I was rolling on the floor. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I was praying. I went to my daughter's bed. She was sleeping. I kissed her. I was like, baby, you can now stand up. You can sit. Our prayer has been answered. So after everything, I went back to sleep. And I actually forgot about the prayer. So the next morning, different people, they came in, doing sort of tests, coming to check what happened, this and that. I was in the restroom when I heard one of them, the doctor, whatever, she shouted because she loved my baby. And she shouted and I ran out of the restroom like, what happened? My baby was, she was sitting up. She was moving her hand and leg. She was displaying to the doctors. That was how she got better. We were discharged. The person that was given 48 hours to be taken off life support, 48 hours to die, because when they took her off the life support, then she's gonna be dead. Because that was the only thing that was helping her. Papa, may the oil on your head never runs dry. Thank you, Papa. Thank you so much. I love you with all of my heart. Thank you for everything. And my son baby is 9 years old today. Thank you, Papa.
Over the celebration.